Like you've heard, this is going to be a big storm. It's going to bring massive storm surge, flooding, overall devastation, and there's a lot of fear because this is a part of the country that's been hit with many devastating weather events. So here locally, the American Red Cross is sending nearly a dozen volunteers today to help with the response down there. 12 News reporter Matt Paddock joining us now live with what they're doing. Matt?
Chelsea, the Red Cross has already sent 11 people from the Northeast down to the Gulf Coast to help prepare shelters for the wake of Hurricane Ida in what they're calling the preparation phase. Hurricane Ida ripping through parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama.
But we have opened up dozens of shelters down there already for evacuees that are in impacted areas.
John Godin says volunteers from the region will work with state officials and other community groups to get shelter doors open.
It will be the primary work that they do. They may be helping to pre-position supplies. So what I mean by that is helping the shelters set up with cots, blankets, comfort kits, so toiletries for what people would need.
Godin says this will help over 10,000 people in Louisiana alone. Hurricane Ida hitting 16 years to the day of Hurricane Katrina, which devastated parts of the Gulf. The president speaking out Sunday afternoon saying Ida's devastation will likely be immense and that he's putting the country's full might behind rescue and recovery. The American Red Cross volunteers will be joining in on the response.
After Category 4, there's going to be a lot of people all over the country that'll cycle in probably in the middle of September, making sure there, that any needs that we can address immediately from a water and food perspective, we can offer to them.
And the Red Cross is not alone. The Massachusetts FEMA task force trucks took off at 5:30 Sunday, with 80 men and women headed to the Gulf.
We prepare for the worst and hope for the best. We pray that our services are never needed, but when they are needed, every one of us wants to be the first person down there to help.
Now Godin tells me that the Red Cross volunteers are prepared to be there for 2 to 3 weeks, and then a new group of volunteers will then be cycled in. Reporting at the Weather Center for 12 News, I'm Matt Paddock.